Okay, so not your typical music tech video, but at some point all of us producers have to deal with storage. Now today I'm going to deal with optical storage because I'm still one of those people that occasionally works with optical drives and discs. Okay, I'm sure I'm not the only one. But the point being, this DVD drive in my computer, which is a conglomeration of new parts with a few old ones mixed in, this DVD drive being one of the old parts, it has served me well for many, many years now, but it has now begun to fail. And so this will be me just replacing it. And through the magic of television, which is not television, but it's actually YouTube, I've already prepped and loosened it, so I'm just going to pull it out. I should probably unhook the cables at the back as well. That's very simple. I'll show you the cables once I pull them out here. Okay, I figured it was safe. Sorry about the weird angle there. I figured it was safe to leave that part to last. Okay, now this is light on. Bunch of information you're probably not interested in. It is a SATA drive, so these are the connections. And provided they haven't fallen out of sight here, we have my SATA cable right here. Now, through my wonderful cable management, which is not managed at all, it's kind of, okay, here we go. So I'll at least be able to plug this in and then plug in the power next to it. So, goodbye old drive. I'll put you aside. Oh dear. We don't need to drop things like that, especially not on our brand new Asus drive. Now, when it first came, it was a lot bigger than I expected, but I had forgotten because I have not seen the optical drive recently how big these things actually are. So, as some of you may know, this is largely an Asus build. It's custom, but we have our, it's hard to see, let me turn it to the light. Republic of Gamers. I'm not really a gamer, but there it is. So that's the overclocking module, which I haven't used yet. Shows you how into games I am. I built this in 2014. Help from a friend. There's a full video on that. No need to get into it now. So, Asus, to keep in line, that's where I was going with this. With this being an Asus build. Got an Asus drive, also SATA. But it doesn't have that extra pin that, I don't want it to fall. I've already kind of dropped it. Doesn't have these extra pins on the back. Now, it's been so long since I've dealt with drives, I don't really know what those pins are. I think it was extra power when we were still kind of running off the IDE interface. That's how old this thing is. I transferred it from my old computer because I bought it. It was an aftermarket. Okay. We did say goodbye to it, so let's move on to the next one. The new one, which I will put in. Okay, plugged in. And then the power is back in there hiding in the dark, so I'm going to grab that next. Alright, in. And once again, a little pre-work. Put the screws in. One quick note before I thoroughly annoy everyone is when you're tightening these, you don't want to tighten them too tight. That's kind of a no-brainer. But I'm very thankful for this ratchet screwdriver. I don't know if these are still made. I got this when I was going to do... it was part of my carpentry set, actually. And didn't quite complete the carpentry course, but I got a nice ratchet screwdriver, which they said was not really a great brand, but it's lasted me a while and means I can do things like this. And I find does a little bit less torque on the screws than one that, well, not less torque, but I can do things like this without doing it too much. Okay, now I have stripped screws on mounting hard drives before, so that's why the little note about not doing it too tight. But I think most people who build PCs already know that, or people who have put in screws. I don't know. I'm tired, so okay, let's power it on and see how he does. I was going to say she, but this is obviously a he. Let's do it. All right, we have juice, and let us see. Push the power button. Yes. Yes. Now, you don't know. You really don't know until you have had one that doesn't do that, how frustrating it is. Because the other one would just sit there and finally would open. So, it's just really nice to have one just open like that. So, the test would be to put an actual DVD in there and see if it will play. It's almost Christmas time, right? We can do this. Okay, here we are. Play. Make. What? No. Play. Make full screen. Oh, I forgot this was recorded in 4:3. Okay, how do we actually do? There is a playback video thing we can do. Aspect ratio 16:9. There we go. All right, it works. And here. Okay, so I will be enjoying my new drive. Next up, I will talk about hard disk storage and just kind of some of the stuff I'm doing there. This has been a not so typical music tech video installing my optical drive.